So guys, good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Goodness Diary. So today I want to discuss with you my experience in Nigeria, what I experienced and how I felt about it. So before I proceed, I want to welcome you specially. If today is the first time coming across Goodness Diary, you are welcome. To my returning subscribers, you are welcome. And to my subscribers, you are also welcome. Thank you all. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your support. God bless you all. So today I really want to let people know what it looks like back home, as in Nigeria. I am in Nigeria, based in Italy, married with family, as in I'm married with children. Yes. So today's video, I really want us to key into it and reflect and drop your opinion, what you think you have experienced back home or you are experiencing as a Nigerian living in Nigeria. So let's just make this video lively and let's drop our comment and our opinion, what you think is the way forward. So it all started early this year. I suggested that I'll be traveling to Nigeria with my kids for their long vacation, of which my husband approved it. So the excitement was so there, as in I was so excited. My son was so excited. He started telling his friend that he'll be going to Nigeria. They call it Africa. They'll be going to Africa to see the grandmom and the uncle. They don't joke with grandmom and uncle. So he was so excited, traveling, of which I like that too. So that we bought tickets, started doing shopping, buying boxes. Traveling with kids is not it's not easy. Have to do shopping. So we did a lot of shopping, and the day we traveled. So before I even traveled, after buying the ticket, I started receiving calls back home that I shouldn't come back home, that it is not safe for now, that there are a lot of insecurity, and of which I did see it on the media. So after much, I couldn't. I've already made up my mind at that I want to travel though. So I traveled despite all the warnings. So immediately I got to Nigeria at the airport, so that fear came all over me, the fear of being kidnapped. I started seeing myself being kidnapped with my kids. So at that point I was kind of regretting, why did I come back. So I didn't know what to do. It's rather too late. So thank God my driver came to pick me from the airport, and I asked him, how is the road, as in, is there any security on the road? He said yes, indeed there is security men, as a military men on the road, that I shouldn't worry despite what I have been hearing so far. I said, okay, that is not even the issue. I'm just trying to pull off my fear, as in. So that from that moment I started rebooking that thought of being kidnapped with my kids. So as God may finally have it, we arrived to my hometown. It took us about 3 hours plus to arrive to my hometown from the airport. So we arrived safely that day. I really want to thank God for that. So that was my number one insecurity, as in from the airport. I was so scared. Another insecurity that I experienced in Nigeria was one fateful day. I was heading to the bank with my driver. So we are meant to get fuel to fill our tank. So we wasted some time there. So on our arrival to the bank, it happened that kidnap, as in there was a kidnap case, but we didn't meet it. But everywhere was rowdy, military men, army, everybody was just there with guns, people running, hater scatter. So, and I asked them what happened. They said kidnappers came. They wanted to kidnap somebody that came out from the bank, but they didn't succeed. Then they drove out with a woman's car, and I saw the woman there crying too. So I entered the bank. The same issue. People complained. The shock was still there. They were now all narrating how they packed themselves inside the toilet just to hide. So the trauma and everything, I was scared that moment. I was like, thank God that I did not arrive that moment. I did not go straight to the bank. I wouldn't have known what would have happened to me too. So I was kind of insecure that very moment. So another insecurity that I witnessed in Nigeria was when I was the week that we are supposed to come back to Italy. I heard that three Hummer buses was kidnapped along the airport road. So when I heard that news, I was devastated. I didn't know what to do again. I started receiving phone calls. don't come back now, change your flight ticket. The tension was too high on me, and I couldn't concentrate on the things that I want to buy. I have to do shopping, but I couldn't buy anything with that news because I do not even know if I'm coming back with the same ticket. A lot of tension on me. So at a point, and I asked them what is the right date for me to put, that this bandit or this kidnappers will not be on the road. So finally, I didn't change my ticket. I had to take that risk and use my flight ticket. And thank God we arrived safely. The kids and I, we are fine. And every other person that passed through there at that moment, I thank God we are all fine. So that was my problem, as in what I noticed about insecurity in Nigeria. The situation is real, as in the situation is terrible. Tension, you don't walk freely again, and it's kind of horrible. So the other one is bad road. Yes, bad road network, as in my state, Abia State. The road is too bad. Talking about the federal road, the state road, the community road, everything is bad. That of this federal road, you find out that it is just one lane that is working. Everybody's going through that one lane, and it is full of flood, potholes, as in congestion. You don't know who to avoid, and this is too bad. So that made me, I didn't drive throughout my days in Nigeria because of the situation. I couldn't risk it. I couldn't risk it. Yes, I could not risk it because I don't know when, because they don't even drive with side mirror. They just put in, as in push themselves in front of you. I was even scared when the driver was driving me because it's so scary. It's horrible. It's also horrible. People are going through a lot, as in Nigeria. You try to beat traffic, you try to beat pothole, flood, congestion, everybody's. So the other one is increase in commodities. Guys, things are so expensive in Nigeria. I went to the market. I was just smiling at myself. When I priced, I have to price, yes. When I priced, there's a lady I priced some, was it dry fish? Yes. And that time was during afternoon. She told me to come back in the evening, maybe the price will come down, though I felt embarrassed. So I didn't blame her because things are so expensive also. So that is the area I'm going. Things are so expensive, people no longer feed well, angry faces, no money to do shopping. Some people eat two times meal, one time three, as in life no longer sweet in Nigeria because of increase in commodities. Poor man cannot afford to buy ice fish, as in good quality of ice fish is no go area. You bring out one ice fish, they will tell you is 1,517, and that's why one little fish that is not even mature, they say it's 500. And I just, that day tears came out from my eye. These fish are not supposed to be out by now, but they just brought it out for somebody to buy because of hardship. So the situation is so bad. A liter of kerosene then was 780 naira, and people, some masses, poor masses, was switched over to gas. They are now using cooking gas because they cannot afford kerosene. So anything that the poor man is making use of is kind of expensive. That was my observation, and this is really bad. You cannot buy gari, you cannot buy plantain. Any little thing is now market, as in is now business, as in over business. So this situation back home is too bad. I am not happy with it. It pains me that Nigeria have gotten to this point. I just pray for a better days in our country, Nigeria. So that is my experience, of which I am not happy with it. I'm not happy the way things are. So another one is NEPA. Yes. NEPA, as in electricity. Throughout my stay in the village, I did not sleep with NEPA light, as in no electricity. I have to fuel my gen morning, afternoon, and night. And kids, they'll be asking you, did you bring us here to roast us? That was what my son told me. When I told him that there is no light and we'll have to wait, maybe in the night I will on the gen. This boy was kind of shouting, Mommy, did you bring us here to roast us like chickens? So I have to respect myself. What I do, I'll now fuel the tank morning, afternoon, and night because they have to watch cartoon, keep themselves busy in the house. So it wasn't easy, and all these things involve money. So it was miserable. At a point, I started regretting why did I come, because virtually all my money went into buying fuel, as in have to fuel morning, afternoon, and night, and you have your car to fuel too. And you have other expensive to carry on. So it wasn't kind of enjoyable because I was thinking there would be light. At least all those money that I spent on fuel, I would have used it to do other things to solve other problem. So the experience is kind of bad. I didn't like it. I do not enjoy it. A country that is trying to survive economically, electricity is not there, they're not helping issue with it, and it is bad. Business owners have to fuel their tank to function in their businesses. So you see how the things regulate the prices of goods in the country, which is not welcomable. So guys, these are the things that I experienced in Nigeria, and it is not pleasant, it is not good, it is no, no, no. And I really want us, we in Western world or wherever you are outside Nigeria, please, we should also remember back home. I know they do call you people, but I have gone there, I have seen it, I have tested it, I know what they're going through. It is not easy. Let's continue to help them in our own little way, and God will surely bless us. So guys, despite all the disadvantage of all I went through in Nigeria, I also enjoyed it. Though no place like home. Maybe in my next video, I will share with you my experience, how I had fun in Nigeria, how it was, the places I went to, what I enjoyed in my country, Nigeria. So thank you for watching, and please, if you're yet to subscribe, please help me to press the button. Thank you so much. Ciao, ciao.